The DBU women's soccer team made their fourth consecutive trip to the NCAA tournament last year and have reached the national stage in 6 of the past 7 years. As the Patriots set their sights on the 2018 season, they do so with 22 returning lettermen that look to continue the winning tradition at DBU.
Yeah, I would credit any success that we've had over the years to the culture of excellence that we've ingrained in the program. So I wouldn't say so much that it's a tradition of winning, but rather a commitment to excellence on a daily basis. The girls know every year that when we show up for preseason that we can't ride on the success of last season or the season before that, but that we have to build up every year, brick by brick, piece by piece. And so they show up with a blue-collar work rate and work ethic. We just get to work on day one rebuilding things. So I think that our commitment to excellence and commitment to the process is really what has put us in the position to have the success that we've had. And if we continue to do that daily, we believe that that will result in wins.
Featuring one of the top defenses in the country year in and year out, the Patriots will once again lean heavily on their veteran leadership and experience on the defensive side.
It's always been a priority for us to build our team from the back forward. We put a huge emphasis on defending. We want to have a team that's difficult to beat, that doesn't concede a lot of goals. And we have a returning group of players that has done really well, that have a lot of great experience in conference tournament championships, NCAA tournament play. Hope Coim, obviously, coming back and likely starting in goal for us, has tremendous experience and has done really well. Maggie Scales has been a veteran and a rock for us, both in the back line and now moving into a defensive midfield role this year, but someone who can both defend really well and add to the attack. And then we've got a couple of other players that transitioned from maybe a different position last year, like Lindsay Washburn coming back from the front to play in the back line, and Emmy Neese coming off of an injury, coming back this season and getting healthy and being able to get into that top group. So I feel really confident in the group that we have and feel like we are going to continue to build on the tradition of just defending at a high level that this team has. And what that does for our team overall is give us an opportunity to take risk forward and score goals.
One of the key pieces back for the Patriots is senior Elise Royer, who helped anchor a defensive unit that ranked 16th in the nation in scoring defense and looks to build on last year's impressive numbers.
So the expectation for our team this year is that all 11 players on the field are defending with a high level of discipline. We've said it from the first day of preseason that our back line can't be the only defenders on the team. We have to have all 11 players giving a strong defensive effort, and that's from our center forward all the way back to our goalkeeper. And then also just another expectation is that everyone's willing to do whatever it takes to protect the shutout. I think this has been a big strength of ours in the past. We've been able to be really gritty and grind out games, protecting the shutout, and I think it's something we're going to be really strong at this year.
On the offensive end, the Patriots are led by one of the rising talents in the nation in Abigail Olmos, who earned All-American honors and was named the Heartland Conference Player of the Year as a freshman last season. With Olmos back to lead the offensive charge, the Patriots figured to be even more dangerous offensively in 2018.
Abby is certainly a very special player, and she can do some things that can break teams down defensively just on her own. So she adds a very dynamic attack for us. She's very difficult to defend against. She has tremendous speed both with and without the soccer ball, which makes her a huge asset to our program. We are very lucky in that we have a lot of really solid players around Abby so that the pressure is not on her alone. In fact, this year I think more than ever we have other attacking players that are going to be able to draw some attention and make it really difficult for our opponents to try to double down on Abby, because that is what they did last year. But I think this year we have enough other dangerous attackers that that's going to be difficult for anybody to do. We returned a really solid group of returners. I think when we get into these first regular season games here in a couple weeks, it's possible we won't even start any new players. We have so much depth returning. So it's hard to say any one individual at this moment. There's a lot of great competition at practice. But I know that we're going to have 3 or 4, maybe 5 individuals that are scoring a lot of goals and creating a lot of chance for us offensively.
After a 15-win season last year that saw DBU earn the #1 seed in the South Central Regional, the Patriots look to bounce back from an overtime loss in the second round of the NCAA tournament.
So we lost 2-1 in overtime to Colorado School of Mines last year. I think that we learned 2 things from that. One is that we have a lot of fight in us, and we went down 1-0 early in that game or during that game, and being able to come back from that and still fight to stay in the game, I think that shows a lot about our team. And then secondly, that big games under pressure, they come down to little moments, and even though we can control the game or play strong and match them across the field for 90+ minutes, that it comes down to little moments and a lapse in focus can either win us those games or lose us those games. And going into this season, I think our goals are to win a national championship, and this team's been striving to do that for years now. I think it's becoming a more and more possible chance for us to do that, and we're not naive to think that that's an easy task. We know that that's a long road, and that's why we're going to take it one step at a time, meaning we're going to go out on the field and we're going to take each game as it comes, and we're going to focus just on how winning those individual games.
The Patriots will be tested early in 2018 when they travel to Colorado to face a UC Colorado Springs team that advanced to the Final Four last year. And Michelle Leonard hopes a challenging non-conference schedule prepares DBU for the road ahead.
It's always a priority for us to just right away get out and play the best competition that we can. And going up to Colorado opening weekend and playing against a team that went to the Final Four last year is just about as good as it gets. We played them last year and had a really good game and got a good result, and we're looking forward to another good game. I know that they'll be prepared, and they're coming off of a very exciting season. Going up and playing at altitude is a challenge that our team wants to have. We want to know how fit are we, how prepared are we. If we have weaknesses, we want to know them early in the season so we can make corrections. And there's a good probability we could run into teams like Colorado Springs late in the season in playoffs. And so we want to make sure that should we advance like we expect to into the NCAA tournament, that we're not seeing these teams for the first time. And that has helped us to have a lot of success in the past. It's not uncommon for us to have played a team in the first couple weekends and then see them again in November. So our hope is that this trip up to Colorado will put us in a position to be hosting maybe some of those teams in November here in Dallas.
The Patriots look to defend their Heartland Conference regular season title when they open conference action on September 13th at home versus Texas A&M International. With the 2018 season just about set to kick off, we look forward to seeing you right here at Patriots Soccer Field as DBU seeks to make their 5th consecutive trip to the postseason.